Ladies and gentlemen, today is not just another day, and this is not just another message. This, right here, is a wake-up call, a spiritual reminder, a deep, divine nudge to stop chasing shadows and start standing in the light of who you really are. We live in a world obsessed with wanting success, wanting love, wanting peace, but the hard truth, the truth that transforms, is this: you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. This moment, this message, is for the ones who are done pretending, for the ones who are tired of waiting for life to change and are ready to become the change, for those who feel something greater calling them, not louder, but deeper. If that's you, then lean in, because today we strip away the noise, we confront the mirror, and we rise, not by wishing, but by becoming. Let's begin. You don't attract what you wish for, you attract what you are. This is the brutal truth that most people ignore. We live in a world that's obsessed with wanting more money, wanting better relationships, wanting to be healthy, successful, fulfilled, but wanting alone has no magnetic power. Wanting without becoming is just a dream with no direction, and the reason so many people stay stuck, frustrated, and confused is because they keep looking outward, hoping life will deliver something they haven't prepared themselves to receive. You see your identity, how you see yourself, how you think, how you act. That's the engine driving every result in your life, not your goals, not your vision board, not your New Year's resolution. What you are at your core is what sets the tone for what you attract. Life doesn't give you what you beg for, it gives you what you consistently embody. You might want to be wealthy, but if your habits are built around scarcity, procrastination, and fear, then you'll attract situations that confirm those patterns. You might crave deep love, but if you carry unresolved wounds, trust issues, and an unwillingness to be vulnerable, you'll find relationships that mirror that chaos. The truth is, you can't fake your frequency. You can post the quotes, you can wear the smile, you can talk the talk, but the energy you give off when no one's watching is what's shaping your reality. The universe responds to congruence. It responds to integrity between your desires and your identity. You can't desire abundance while living with a mindset of lack. You can't want peace while carrying resentment. You can't crave purpose while constantly numbing your emotions with distractions. If you want to change what you attract, you have to change what you are. And that doesn't happen overnight. It happens through conscious effort every single day. It happens in the choices you make when it's hard, in the beliefs you challenge when they no longer serve you, in the standards you raise for how you treat yourself and others. That's when the shift begins. That's when you start becoming a match for the life you truly desire. People think manifestation is about asking for something and waiting. But manifestation is about becoming the version of yourself who already has it. It's about closing the gap between what you want and who you are. Because once you become the type of person who aligns with success, love, peace, and abundance, those things don't just become possible. They become inevitable. You don't chase them anymore, you attract them. Not because you force them to come, but because they belong to the version of you that finally showed up. And that's the game changer, not the wanting, but the becoming. Your life is a direct reflection of your inner state. Everything you experience externally, your relationships, your finances, your health, your opportunities, is shaped by what's happening within you. It's easy to blame circumstances, people, or even luck for the results you're getting. But the deeper truth is this: life mirrors your mindset, your energy, and your emotional frequency. You don't just live in the world. You create the world you live in through your perception, beliefs, and reactions. If your inner world is chaotic, full of fear, doubt, resentment, or self-pity, then that energy bleeds into your decisions, your behavior, and how you respond to others. And what you project becomes what you attract. Think about it. When you're in a state of stress or anger, don't you notice more things going wrong, more people upsetting you, more problems appearing out of nowhere? That's not coincidence. That's resonance. You're vibrating at a frequency that invites more of the same, not because life is punishing you, but because you're unconsciously asking for it through your internal state. On the flip side, when you're grateful, grounded, confident, and present, life begins to feel lighter. Challenges don't disappear, but your ability to face them changes. Solutions appear where you once saw walls. People respond differently to you. Opportunities seem to unfold. Why? Because you've changed the signal you're sending out, and the external world shifts to match it. Too many people try to fix their lives by rearranging things on the outside. They change jobs, end relationships, chase new goals, move cities, thinking that if the scenery changes, their life will change. But without healing or transforming what's inside, they recreate the same story in a different setting. The same emotional patterns show up. The same limiting beliefs hold them back, because no matter where you go, you take yourself with you. You can't escape your energy, you can only change it. This is why inner work is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Learning to master your state, to become aware of your thoughts, to shift your emotional responses. This is the foundation of real, lasting transformation. The world isn't withholding from you, it's responding to you. It's reflecting your inner weather. Storms within create storms without. Peace within creates peace around you. When you realize that your power doesn't come from controlling everything around you, but from mastering what's within you, everything changes. You begin to take full responsibility for your life, not in a way that blames you for your pain, but in a way that empowers you to shift it. Your inner world becomes your compass, your emotions become your guide, and your energy becomes your greatest tool. So if you want better outcomes, start by upgrading your inner environment, clean out the noise, heal the wounds, build the mindset that matches the life you want to live. Because the world isn't just watching you, it's reflecting you. If you want something in life, don't just ask for it, become it. This is the principle that separates those who chase from those who attract. You can't sit around hoping for change while staying the same. You can't wish for success while living in procrastination. You can't ask for deep love while refusing to be emotionally open or honest. The universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you are. Every quality you desire in your life must first be cultivated within yourself. That's how alignment works. You want love, be love. Don't just search for someone to give it to you. Become the person who radiates it, who gives it freely, who knows how to receive it without fear. You want abundance. Don't wait for it to fall into your lap. Be disciplined, be consistent, be grateful, and learn to manage and multiply what you already have. You want peace, then you must stop feeding drama, cut ties with chaos, and create internal silence in a world that constantly pulls you in every direction. It all begins with who you're willing to become. This is the uncomfortable truth. Many people are more committed to the idea of what they want than the identity required to sustain it. They want outcomes without transformation. They want success without sacrifice. But what you want and what you are must match, or they will always repel each other. You might get glimpses of what you desire, but it won't last if you're not ready to hold it. This is why real change starts inside, not with setting goals, but with asking, who do I need to become to deserve what I'm asking for? And then having the courage to rise into that version. That might mean letting go of old habits, facing painful truths, or making uncomfortable decisions. But it's the only way. You can't skip the process of becoming and expect to live in the results of transformation. You don't build a beautiful life by chasing it. You build it by embodying it, day by day. Thought by thought, action by action, and no, it's not easy, but the truth is, ease doesn't change lives. Alignment does. When your inner world starts matching the qualities of the life you want, you become a magnet. Not because you forced anything, but because your energy and identity finally aligned with what you've been seeking all along. Be the person who already carries what you want. Be the example, not the echo. Walk into rooms with the posture of someone who knows their worth, not someone begging for validation. Speak with integrity, live with purpose, love with your whole heart, and watch how life begins to reflect that back to you. Don't chase what you want, become it. Because once you become it, you'll realize it was never about the thing. It was always about who you had to become to hold it. It's easy to perform for the world, to put on a show, say all the right things, post motivational quotes, and create the illusion that you're walking the path. But life doesn't respond to your performance. It responds to your practice. You don't get results from what you pretend to be. You get results from what you do when no one's watching. That's the difference between image and identity. Your energy is shaped in the private moments, the hard ones, the quiet ones, the disciplined ones. And that's where your future is formed. You can post about hustle and still sleep through your potential. You can talk about peace and still choose chaos every day. You can speak of purpose and still avoid the pain it takes to grow into it. What you attract in life isn't based on what you say, it's based on what you do repeatedly. Your habits, your patterns, your private thoughts, they're casting votes for the kind of life you're going to live. And the world reflects that back to you with brutal honesty. There's no shortcut to integrity. You don't build a powerful life on borrowed words or surface-level effort. You build it in the dark when no one is cheering. You build it when you stay committed to your values, even when it's inconvenient. When you choose growth over comfort and truth over popularity. That's the real work. That's the foundation of transformation. Most people want the rewards without the rituals. They want the spotlight without the sacrifice. But nothing sustainable is built that way. Think about the strongest people you know, the ones who radiate confidence, calm, and clarity. They didn't get there by accident. They didn't just say the right things. They lived the right things. They showed up when they didn't feel like it. They did the work even when no one was watching. They said no to what didn't serve them, not just in public but in private, when no one else would have known. That's where greatness is formed, in the silence, in the discipline, in the decisions that no one else sees. Your private life is the training ground for your public results. It's where your real self is forged. If there's a gap between who you say you are and what you do when no one is around, life will expose it. Not out of cruelty, but out of truth, because life responds to authenticity, to alignment, and it rewards the ones who build from within. So if you want to change what you attract, start by changing what you practice. Not what you preach, not what you post, but what you do consistently, because you don't rise to the level of your public image. You fall to the standard of your private rituals, and the world will always reflect the version of you that you train in silence. Everything changes the moment you decide, not when life gets easier, not when the timing feels perfect, not when someone gives you permission. Transformation begins the second you make an unshakable decision to become the version of yourself that your future is waiting for. Power doesn't come from circumstances. It comes from clarity, from drawing a line in the sand and saying, enough, I'm done waiting, I'm becoming. Too many people delay their breakthrough because they're waiting for ideal conditions. They think they need more money, more time, more support, less fear. But all of that is an illusion. There will never be a perfect time to rise. The storms won't stop so you can start. Life won't pause to give you space. You have to create your future in the middle of the chaos. You have to make the decision even when your knees are shaking and your voice is cracking. That's where real power is born, in the middle of the pressure, not outside of it. The decision is the spark. Once you decide, truly decide, the mind begins to shift. The energy changes. Your thoughts, your posture, your words, your choices, they start to align with that future self. It doesn't mean the fear disappears. It means the mission becomes stronger than the fear. Because when your identity is clear, your direction becomes unstoppable. You stop negotiating with your limitations. You stop entertaining excuses. You stop asking if you're ready and start acting like you already are. This kind of decision isn't loud. It doesn't always come with fireworks or fanfare. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's a whisper in the middle of the night when no one else believes in you, but you choose to believe anyway. Sometimes it's a single step, a new habit, a simple but powerful no to what no longer serves you. And then another and another, until momentum builds, until the shift becomes real. until the old version of you starts to fade away, not because you hated them, but because you outgrew them. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You are not a victim of your past or your environment. You are a decision away from a completely different life. The question is, are you willing to make that decision and back it up with consistent, disciplined action? Not just today, every day, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely, even when it's slow, because that's what separates those who evolve from those who wish. A real decision is backed by action, relentless, purposeful action. Stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness is a myth. Decisiveness is power. Choose who you want to become and start living like that person now. Not someday, right now, in how you speak, how you think, how you show up. Because the moment you decide and align with that decision, the world begins to make room for the new you, and what once felt impossible becomes inevitable. So here's the true, etched into the soul of this entire message: you don't attract what you wish for. You attract what you are, and when you truly understand this, life stops being a game of chasing and starts becoming a journey of becoming. You are not a mistake. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are a vessel of divine power, capable of transformation beyond imagination. But that power will only awaken when you choose to rise into it, not through talk, not through hope, but through alignment, intention, and unwavering action. The love you seek is within you. The peace you crave is already yours. The abundance you desire is not far away. It's simply waiting for you to become the one who can carry it with honor. Every breath you take is an invitation. To rise, to evolve, to remember who you truly are beneath the fear, beneath the noise, beneath the illusion. You are the creator, you are the cause, and the moment you step fully into that truth, the universe responds. Not because you forced it, but because you finally matched it. So thank you for daring to listen, for being open to truth, for being willing to meet the highest version of yourself. May you walk forward not just wanting more, but becoming more. Not just dreaming of change, but embodying it, not just seeking the light, but remembering that you are it. Stay aligned, stay grounded, stay becoming, and everything meant for you will find its way home. Thank you.